Hi everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Since summer's around the corner and it's almost here, today being June 17th, we wanted to talk about things that really are very, very prevalent during the summer months. So something that are good resources as well as something to think about. June is Cancer from the Sun month because we're outside more often and the sun rays are much, much higher. And it's Fresh Fruit and Vegetables month. So great topic to talk about as well too. Sorry. So what we're going to talk about is how can we assist a senior loved one with the proper prevention and better diet. So first we're going to talk about Cancer from the Sun month. Like I said, it's almost depicted as summer. The main goal is to educate and assist individuals in learning about cancer prevention measures, early detection, and also treatment. It also aims to educate people on the importance of avoiding excessive exposure in the sun's rays. Examining your skin for suspicious changes is another means of detecting cancer early. History of Cancer Month from the Sun month was actually squamous cell carcinoma is among one of the most common types of cancers, and it usually affects body regions that suffer damage from the sun's UV rays and tanning beds, believe it or not. Affected regions could include the neck, upper back, head, a lot of people forget, ears, hands, legs, and ears themselves. The upper part of the ear is really something that a lot of people don't realize, the tip of it. And myself going to the dermatologist is really something that we, like I said, take it for granted. Behind our neck is something that we don't observe often. But also with going to the beach, your shoulder areas, the bridge of your nose, your head, your scalp is something that could be really damaged. These types of cancers progress slowly. It can also affect other parts of the body, such as the bones, tissues, and lymph nodes, which is more important to treat and difficult to treat. Early detection significantly aids in treatment. So, those that fall in the high risk categories, light skin, light eyes, or historical in the family is something that they want to pay attention to more so than many of the others, is to make sure that you check your self often at a young age. It's not only for older folks. Check your scalp, arms, neck, ears, nose, and believe it or not, in your private areas as well too. So a lot of dermatologists have also having a skin situation myself. Eyes, believe it or not, an ophthalmologist should look upon that. Your dentist to see if there is any growth in your mouth or any discoloration of the skin there. And for women, their private parts as well too. Between the toes, very important things that people don't really check. They just take it for granted. So those are really, really important. A dermatologist is one that studies it, and if those folks that need referrals, you ask your primary care physician to a dermatologist for a referral. And a lot of the times if there's history, then it's every 6 months for a checkup and making sure. This is the skin we're in, so we better take care of it, right? To be proactive with our care for it, because it does could really, if you don't take care of it, it could really lead into a lot more damaging problems. Is the skin caused solely by the sun? Skin is caused by long-term indiscriminate sun exposure. And that's not the only cause. The diagnosis of melanoma or non-melanoma form of cancer also plays a significant part. So what that's saying a lot of the times is that we take for granted just walking outside with sunglasses on, and I'm not in the direct sun. Not necessarily. I said that to my dermatologist, who actually said, do you sit in the sun a lot? I said, no. And he says, you said your son plays baseball. Oh, I'm under a tent. What about driving in the car? Are you in the passenger seat? We take that for granted that there's sun exposure that we're exposed to on a regular basis. So being outside under a tent, not necessarily, getting to the park, walking, and being exposed to the sun is important. What does skin cancer look like? Sometimes it appears as a firm red swelling or a rough scaly patch or sore that itches and may even bleed. How common is sun-related skin cancer? This exposure can cause skin cancer in 1 out of every 5 Americans. 5 mind-blowing facts about cancer. A target demographic, just because we were talking about if you have blonde hair and light-colored eyes, or if you have freckles or sunburn easily, you should take even extra precautions. 2, REPA, cancer is also the second cause of death in the world. 3, higher ups, living in a higher altitude where there's more sunlight exposes you to more radiation. 4, another reason to quit. Smokers are more likely to develop squamous cell skin cancer, particularly on the lips and even in the nose area. 5, it is avoidable. One of all commonly occurring cancers are avoidable. With Cancer from the Sun Month why is it important? It creates awareness. It starts a serious conversation, and advocating is an early treatment. How to observe Cancer from the Sun Month? Consult a physician. Like I said, if you see something that is a discoloration, have that conversation with your primary care physician. If you can't, have a direct referral to that of a dermatologist. Put on sunscreen. When it washes off in the ocean or in the pool, make sure you have more with you. I keep one in my glove compartment, so I'm never without it. Not, I left it home. Keep it in the glove compartment, and using the ones that have the most SPF coverage. And avoid using tanning beds. That really makes you more prone to skin cancer and honestly, a lot of problems. With that, for our seniors, again, that's something, if they are living alone, to be more observant of it. Yes, we'd love to go outside. It's a way of getting vitamin D, but overexposure. So if a senior loves to walk, maybe the early mornings when it is not radiating so hot, humidity as well, is to be out earlier. Maybe later in the afternoon or the evening hours. But that's another thing that you need to be, as a caregiver, and this is your loved one, to be an advocate and be proactive for them and making sure that the skin that they're in is being preserved as well. So be proactive. So the next topic, which we're going to talk about, it's National Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Month. Of course, this is when harvests reap the most. There's so many different varieties of fruits that come out during the summer months. They're full of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and fiber, and really remain low in calories, fat, and sodium. In addition, they actually lower your risk of developing certain chronic diseases and helps you maintain a healthy weight. When you fancy a market, there's a lot of farmers markets, which are wonderful to go to actually participate or to support a local farmer. There is a lot of things that you could do at home. Actually plant a lot of your veggies and tomatoes and peppers and all. And it's also a great hobby. And this is a way to really kick off your summer is good eating as well. 5 more reasons to choose fruits and vegetables. Bananas are clones. The Panama disease is all but wiped out of the entire species of bananas in the 1950s. The bananas we eat today are actually all cloned from the single banana plant in the Southeast Asia, meaning that every single banana is exactly the same. 2, watermelons can keep you hydrated, and it's a great thing to eat. It's delicious. They're thick-skinned and 95% water. Explorers would carry watermelons around that they had something to drink that they would keep them from getting dehydrated. 3, Brussels sprouts can be maybe the healthiest of veggies. They are packed with vitamins and minerals and have a virtually 0 calories, no fat, and no cholesterol. 4, broccoli contains more protein than steak. The best part, since it doesn't come with fats or cholesterols, you can get all the protein you need with a significant lower risk of cardiovascular disease. And there's so many great ways of making broccoli as well. 5, apples give you more energy than coffee. Now, who would believe that? First stop in the morning is Starbucks, and then first stop might be Dunkin' Donuts, but eating an apple will give you more get and go. Thanks to high carbohydrates, vitamins, and mineral content, apples have the perfect storm of nutrition to help you stay energized all day. Why we love National Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Month. It's a way of keeping super healthy. 2, you can mix them with all sorts of dishes. Like my favorite thing is when they make mango relish. What a delicious, besides regular tomatoes chopped up, but mango slaw. There's so many things that you can make with it, fruits and vegetables mixed together, but they make such incredible dishes as well. You could grow them yourselves. And I have to say this, a lot of my clients in senior living take up gardening. There is a lot of things that is not only nurturing to grow those wonderful fruits and vegetables, but you know what's the great thing is actually partaking in it, belonging to a club, and prospering and being outside and being active. But how rewarding is it when their crop or their plants are becoming fruitful and actually really blooming. I know there is a lot in memory care that do that, and it's the tabletop growing of plants, tomato plants, peppers, and all that. And it really, the memory care residents love doing it. It gives them a purpose. One of the communities that I frequent and I refer to, actually the Girl Scouts do that with the memory care residents. What a great thing for the community to bring out from the community into their community, doing things with our seniors as well. So fruits and vegetables are wonderful. If your loved one is home alone, bring them out to the fresh market on the weekend and let them enjoy picking their items out. Even if they live in senior living where all this is plentiful for them to enjoy, part of their menu, but also maybe the little stuff that they could keep extra in their room as well. But it's a good little outing to be part of as well too. I can't stress for every diet, the best things to eat is fruits and vegetables. There's many diets that many folks are on that have to be very, very careful with high cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes, that they have to really be careful of what they eat. So that's a great thing about senior living because they really abide by those diets as well too. But, you know, eating the right foods, it makes you all the difference. You know, being of a nationality of being Italian, of course, you know, a lot of stuff that we love breads and we love carbohydrates because of pasta, is the fact that a lot of Italians, we say we eat to live, we live to eat, but we eat to live, really and truly. So make it a hearty meal that is good for mind, body, and soul, and to preserve life and to have a better quality of life. So with these two topics, make sure you look after your loved one for being active, walking outside, being careful with the sun, and if they have too much exposure, and really partaking into fresh fruits and vegetables as well too. So thank you very much for viewing today's Tuesday Talks. I lead you to my website always. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you'll find my contact information, my bio, Actually, you'll see testimonials, various options, resources, and a whole library of all these video talks that you could go back over the last 7.5 years worth. And I always tell you what's the next topic. Next week will be June 24th, pardon me. And June is osteoporosis month. And we would need to talk about the elephant in the room is PTSD month. And we want to talk about that as well too. So what means of confident and activities can our senior loved ones participate in with these diseases and disorders? No better time to say we blessed that you are involved in our Tuesday Talks. Thank you for viewing. Have a blessed week, and I look forward to always communicating with you if you come up with any ideas that of a topic. I'll really get some educational information on it and present it at a future viewing. So thank you very much. Have a blessed week, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye-bye now.